Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean, and please welcome Mark the Spirit Whisperer. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Jean. Hi, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. I see Carolyn Cooper, Mystical Thorn, Christine Thomas, and Brina 41. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. I see everybody has their questions in. Thank you for putting your questions in caps and understanding that we are taking questions in a random order so that everybody gets a chance. I'd love so that Thorn says her real name is Natalie. That's a pretty name. Davy Jones and Freya. Nice to see everybody. So it's such a wonderful Saturday. I'm so glad that we're here together. I love when Mark comes to visit. And I wanted to share with you that coming up on Sunday, I will be at the Columbia Psychic Fair. And I'm just going to show you the little advertisement since I have it here. And it is free admission, and they do have free workshop. It's in Columbia, Maryland. It's actually Clarksville, Maryland, but the area is called Columbia. And that's this Sunday. I'm really looking forward to it. I love doing readings and meeting people live. And let me just pop that down. You see, yeah. And then the other thing I wanted to tell you is I'm also very excited. In On Sunday the 28th, that's 2 weeks from today, I have another psychic fair. And this one, I'm going to be speaking at a workshop. And I'm going to be the workshop speaker at the Pathways Fall 2025 Natural Living Expo. And the topic of my talk is exploring the spiritual realm in search for meaning and purpose. I am so looking forward to this. This is a very high honor to be chosen. A lot of people have put in um, um, offers or themes that they would like to have a workshop, and I was chosen from a lot of people, so I'm very excited about that. And so that one is on September 28th, so I have a double psychic fair September, which I'm really looking
What
forward to.
city? What city are those in?
The Columbia is in Maryland, and that's just outside of the Washington, D.C. area.
Hmm?
And the one on the 28th is in Tyson's Corner, Northern Virginia. Um, and yeah, so it's in the area. It's in like the tri-state area is what they call it. Um, but I'm so looking, as you can tell, I'm just really looking forward to it. I'm very excited. And it's one of the things that I really love doing is getting out and meeting people and being able to read in person is a wonderful opportunity. So, so Mark, tell us what is coming up with you on your channel.
Well, just I don't have anything special that I can announce. Just my regular show today at 4 o'clock, Ask Anything Day, and then my animal show on Monday at 2 o'clock. Both of those are Eastern time, and that's every week. And doing that. Other than that, I'm doing private readings and what was I going to say? Oh, next Thursday I will be on Allie's channel to do
Oh,
mediumship readings. Right.
mm-hmm. And are you and Terry going to get together and do channeling?
I'm hoping so. She's been busy, so she's going to let me know when she's has time again. We've been connected, um, but then I had a lot of stuff going on, and she did too. But we're going to eventually.
Yep. When the timing is right, it'll happen. I'm sure. I am certainly sure. So lovely, lovely. So I'm trying to see. I see Freya here, and Freya's first, and after Freya, I have Donna Marie, and I'm going to keep note of that. And Freya, just say hi, and Donna Marie, just say hi. So Freya says, will I be able to go into higher education? I'm currently attending community college. Good for you, Freya. So you would have your bachelor's and you're going to be going for your, I'm not sure what that is. Um, um, so I feel like there's a step in between. So I don't think, can you get a 4-year degree from a community college?
I don't know for sure. It depends on the college, I think,
Yeah.
and the different tracks they have, you know.
So, Freya, what I see for you is for your higher education, you may be doing like a work study program, an opportunity to work at the college while you're taking classes. And this will help offset the cost. And also, it may slow down, but you may like be like a professor's assistant or some sort of a, like the, not, I like the drama department, uh, you know, something, whatever the department that you're going for, you're going to be working for that department in the college in an administrative or in an assistance way. Um, and you would have to do so many hours of work and so many hours of school and keep up certain grades. But I definitely see you doing something like that, which it's not the easiest route. You would like to be, just focused 100% on your studies. But I do see you moving in that direction. That is something that I see. How about you, Mark?
Well, I'm wondering, uh, you know, we like that you're going to community college, and that's great. It's a good thing that you acted on that. I think um, that's been good. And don't judge that as like less than something else because it's good. Learning is learning no matter where you get it. And I feel like that's been helpful. There's this idea that maybe you'll move from community college into workforce, and you might not. I'm getting my associate's degree. Choices might come up that make you go into like a off work rather than off to school. Now, I don't know for sure. So it looks like here we are. I'm waiting to go to higher education, like waiting for my ship to come in, waiting to move from here into the next. But all of a sudden, I might start off on a journey in the middle of the waiting. So it looks like you might veer into something, like I said, you can learn on the job just as much as going to school sometimes. So it just depends on the person. I went to college and got my degree, and in some ways, and I learned a lot and all that, but I felt like mostly what I learned was social behavior. It was a time for me to meet other people and grow up, kind of, as much as anything else. So when it got right down to learning what I do, that didn't really come from there. That came from just experiencing things. So anyway, looks like something might lead you off, like call to you to go look into between the community college and then maybe another college. So that doesn't mean you won't go, but it looks like there may be a little side trip. That's what I'm hearing. Hope that made sense.
Yeah, thank you, Freya, and thank you, Mark. We appreciate that. And Donna Marie is next. And after Donna Marie,
One Bright Feather. I love that name.
Power SCT is after Donna Marie.
Okay.
And I'm trying to pick up Donna Marie. Here she is. May I please ask, is there a message from my friend Leslie? She passed on August 6th. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, Donna.
Very, very sorry for the loss of your friend. It's so hard. There seems to be quite a few souls leaving. Or maybe it's just people I know or something. Let's see.
So she's okay with Powers Court. Thank you. She's okay with leaving, Donna. She said it was her time and she has made peace with it. It's not like it was the wrong time. I feel as though she was preparing for this. And she wants you to remember the times that you two were, or you and the group were laughing together. She doesn't want you to remember close, her passing, or how she passed, or the tragic circumstances. She wants you to remember the good times and the times that she laughed, and to celebrate her life and the time that she was here in this world, and the connection that your two souls made while you were here in this world, and the times and the emotions that you shared with each other. She said this is what is important, most important to her, and that she carries with her to the other side. And it's never any, it's never any um, physical things or material things. It's mostly the exchange of love and um, experience that she carries. And this is what brings her the most joy. She says I feel as though she has left a family, and she says she's working closely with her family and staying close to them. I do feel as though because it's new, she does have a lot of her energetic 3D energy, but she's saying, don't be surprised if you feel that I'm sort of drifting, because as her energy changes, it's harder for us to pick up on it. What did you and her used to talk about, like the end of life and what happens after the end of life, and psychic things and all that stuff? She's saying she wants to make sure that her family's okay, that she takes care of the details, and but at, and then she said she'd be open to working together on connecting with you to help your development, she said. So how about you, Mark?
Um, Donna Marie said yes. Um, well, first of all, I think she's, you know, um, I hear that she sent you message. Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. And like she sent you messages from beyond. So I don't know if you picked up on them or you've sensed her around you. I also think it would be like some kind of a message, like a physical thing, like sending a bird or something like that to you, um, like to show you how important you were to her. She was spiritual, I'm going to say, um, a spiritual person. Um, and she's glad she was, really. She's saying about that. I think you guys, well, like Jean was saying, you two, like, could talk that over and share that kind of thing together. And she appreciates that quite a bit. Um, she keeps talking about that she wants to say hello from the other side. So kind of keep your eyes and ears open. Also, she might see you in your dreams. She says, though, you can meditate and talk to her, is what she's saying. So I don't know if you've tried that yet or not. Look at this. This is what I'm getting from here. So here's the Four of Swords, but she's like, sit down in a corner, close your eyes and meditate, and we can commune with one another. Jean was saying, did you guys talk about like what was like after the, it's that kind of thing. She's like going, follow through on that. That was important. I also wonder if she left a child, perhaps. I'm kind of getting a little bit of energy about that. Maybe not, but it feels like she may have had a child that she's, still watching over. And she talks a little bit like what she's been doing. Yes, she would be in communication. No child. Oh, no child. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that. You don't have a child. Cats. Yeah, that was my next thing. Did she have pets? She's a little concerned about what happened to them or something. But I saw you say that the family's, working on the estate and all that. I'm sure they're trying to find new homes for the cats. But it was a little concerned about that. So I was getting that from this card. But this little baby, I thought, oh, is that a little kid? But, it's also her little. Okay. And maybe she's talking about your kids. Yeah. It's all that. She's talking about the young ones that she left behind, whether that's kids or animals. And she's still concerned about them, wants to make sure they're cared for. And that's what I'm getting. She's pretty good about you and I can still communicate, even though I'm in a different realm. All right.
Yep. So Donna says, I will meditate with her. Yes, she will be in communication. No child. She had cats. Yes, I have 3 kids that she was close to, and cats are with family. And she said, and she missed them when they left a year ago, her cats. Yeah. Yeah. And I also see that she said she was proud of me for doing what I do, psychic readings, and her family was wrapping up the estate. Right. That she said she had things to take care of. And she said that she'll keep the laughter and the fun memories that you shared. Yeah, they really don't want us to focus on that last hurrah. They want us to remember the good times and the rich times and things that helped us to grow and evolve as individuals. Sorry, I forget to do that. So Powers Court is next. And let me just see. I see Kelly R is after. So Kelly R, just say hello. And Powers Court, thank you for correcting me on your name. That is so helpful. Oh, wait, before I do that, Donna Marie says, thank you. I absolutely feel, yes, you will be one of my communicators on my readings. Aw. Great. Okay, so let me get Powers Court. 1 second. Hiya. My sister, Amy, passed on July 3rd. I wondered if she had anything to tell me. I had a vertigo the night before she passed and wondered if there were possible for her spirit to leave before she died. So,
Okay.
Yeah, and you may have some questions, Mark.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Donna Marie. My sister passed on July 3rd. I'm so very sorry for your loss, Powers Court. She wants to know if there's anything she wants to tell you. Can you tell me your sister's first name? I had vertigo the night before she passed and wondered if it was possible for her spirit to leave before she died.
It's her sister, Amy.
Okay. Oh, she did say it. I'm sorry. I'm skipping over it. Sorry, guys. All right, Amy. Yes, I think it's definitely tied, Powers Court. And I feel as though like you had that experience before her passing, the actual time of passing. Um, but I do feel as though your two souls were connected, and I feel that you could feel the shift in energy that can also feel like vertigo, the shift in the energy. Um, you could have also been contacted by your spirit guides and angels to alert you to her passing. But I do feel as though it's connected. I don't know if it's her, but I feel like it's connected. Your energies are connected somehow, some way. Somebody was notifying you, and in other words, it's not just a coincidence. Um, she wants to tell you, "I love you." She wants to tell you that you will be sisters forever. That you haven't lost me. That are the connection and the connection that we have, the love connection that we have, will last forever. Love lasts forever, is what she's saying. We will meet again. She's saying that she will be sort of seeing life through your eyes. And again, I do see her family that there's a difference. I know that she loves her family and she loves, her children, and there couldn't be a closer relationship. But when you're siblings, you there's an innate connection that I know that when we're siblings, we grow apart as we become adults and individuals. But there's that bond, that common bond that she says that she'll always have with you. Um, she doesn't. I she's showing me skunks. I don't know what skunks. She's showing me like a black and white sort of striped animal. So I'm not sure what skunks mean, or if you know if there's something stinky or if there's something skunk. But she wants to say that to you, and she wants you to know that she is safe and at peace. I do feel as though she's with a father energy, a male, an older male, whether it's a father, uncle, but I think it's her father. Um, and she's in the loving arms of angels, is what she's saying. So I'm just going to stop there. Mark, what? Oh, it's her husband. She met him. She met him. Oh, wow. In the loving arms of Ed. Of course, that makes much more sense. Wow. Yeah. I don't know what that skunk means. Yeah.
Skunk, skunky skunk.
So how about you, Mark?
Um, well, when I get, the original question, I wondered if she had anything to tell me, in the night before she passed the vertigo. That feels to me, it's mostly a psychic link between the two of you. It's like sister link that's pretty deep. I feel like you probably had psychic kind of impressions maybe throughout your life where you both had a similar thought or something like that. But it's a connection you've had since you were little girls. And she was going through this, and you were kind of psychically going through this beginning stages with her. Like, I feel like she was also having vertigo. And you were kind of picking up on that. And in that moment, it feels like Amy was reaching out to you. Uh, you know, sis, something's happening, like that, wanting to call out to you during that time. Because you guys had kind of an unspoken connection. Even if you didn't hang out all the time, there was still this deep love between the two. I also felt like feel like she thought, oh, I'm going. I don't know. I don't know if she'd been sick before, but in that night before, it felt like she could sense her time was coming. And I don't know, she reached out to you in that moment. But she also wants to say that she had the crossing was peaceful. So, like, she went over, I was playing guitar and standing up, and I just fell straight back. Yeah, okay. It feels definitely like just her energy coming there. I don't know that she astral projected. She could have, maybe, let her spirit left her body, but certainly it was a real hard psychic hit from Sister, and it became physical, but it was like a calling out to you. Um, you know, I feel like when she got over there, she was greeted by family. Like she immediately felt good when she got to the other side. The only other thing I'm getting, which is kind of off the topic, so she passed, I'm so sorry, on July 3rd. And I don't know how big a family she had or whatever, but it feels like there's something of hers, and you probably already have it, that she wanted you to have, like some kind of physical thing of hers. So I don't know if you were there, went to her house after she passed, and you were helping with going through some of her stuff. I don't know. I feel like you may have took something for you, and she likes that you did. That's what I'm going to say. She liked that you took a part of her with you. Okay, that's all I'm getting.
Thank you, Mark. Yeah, you guys are tight. You're and you'll have lifetimes together again. Such a beautiful connection. She sent a photo of the mansion that went with the bed I have. I don't know what that means. Oh, I don't know. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Okay, maybe she's talking to somebody else.
Yep.
Oh, she was 15 years older. Oh, I see. Okay. Wow. Well, there's no coincidences. It's what I just keep hearing. So Kelly R is next. After Kelly R is Suzanne Grigson. I only wrote Grigg. And then Hampton will be after Suzanne. So Kelly R is next, and then Suzanne Grigsby. Sometimes I write little brief things. So Kelly R says, will my job become full-time by the end of this year? You're welcome, Powers Court. Will my job become full-time by the end of this year? I'm not, I'd love to say yes. I'm not getting a yes, and I don't know if it's the timing, but they're going to up your hours, but they're not going to give you the full-time hours. And I think it's the difference between what they like, the benefits, and I know you need the benefits, but and it's up to you whether you want to keep it part-time, or you may even be working like 35 hours already. I don't see it before the end of the year. Will Kelly R move to full-time before? No, it's going right to no. Will Kelly R move to full-time by March 1st of 2026? Not yet, close. Will Kelly R move to full-time by May 1st of 2026? Yes. Will Kelly R move to full-time by April 1st of no? So it's going to be a little while. Next spring, I see that there is a new opportunity, but you doesn't mean you have to stay there and wait. And if you can supplement by getting a different job, because this job is what you want to do, I would suggest getting another job to fill in those hours. And then when you go full time, you can drop that other job. I feel like you want to get your foot in the door, like it's like what you want to be doing, but they're not really. So it's up to you if you want to wait that long, Miss Kelly R. Does that make sense to you?
Is Kelly R here?
Yes, she is. She said thank you.
Okay. Hi, Kelly. I feel like the job likes you, that you've done a good job, and they would like to give you more time, more hours. So it's not that they would be not giving it to you because you didn't deserve it or they didn't like you or anything like that. I feel like they think you're good there and they like you there. It's my feeling. I feel like they can't afford it right this minute to give you more time, even though they'd like to. Although that's going to change, and I can see you getting it a little bit later. So in the next year, like eventually the outcome is this 10 of coins. So you'd be able to put some more money away in the future. I also got the 9 of cups because they like you a lot there. They think you fit in or whatever it is you're doing. It's not, they like you. I feel like they would go ahead and give you more hours, but they're just a little burdened with money or business, the world, because all the businesses are going through, drama, thanks to who. But as soon as they're able to, I think they will offer you full time. So that's that Ace of Wands, to where you can put some more money in the bank. So that's what I get. Maybe it'll be a little later than the end of this year.
Yeah, all the best to you, Miss Kelly R. And please do let us know. Like, you could just put a message under any of our shows and say, "Remember when you told me I would get the job by or go full time by?" Just let us know, because I'd like to know how accurate because my pendulum was quite accurate around that April May time. And we're wishing the best for you. So after Kelly R is Suzanne Grigsby, and then after Suzanne Grigsby is Hampton. You know who Hampton is. Hampton has a really long name. Music Man is the end of Hampton. So thank you, Kelly R. I appreciate your question. Suzanne is next, and then Hampton. Sorry, you guys. I have to go slow on here because when you put the mouse over the question, it hides the question. Like, I can't read it. Like, so you have to be careful when you're looking around for the.
They don't make
If you could see what it looks like back here, you'd understand. All right, Suzanne Grigsby. And Suzanne, just say hello and let us know you're still here. I think you did say thank you or something earlier. Yeah, she's here. She said, hi, I'm here. Should mom go to antiques shop or pawn shop or jewelry shop to sell rings worth a lot? Where will she get the top price? I thought this was interesting and different.
Yeah.
I got a no on the jewelry store. And it's between the antiques or the pawn for me. And Kelly R says, thank you. It makes perfect sense. You're welcome, Kelly R. I think she might be behind a few moments. But I'm going to let my pendulum tell me. I'm leaning towards just my gut instinct before I use my pendulum. I'm leaning towards pawn for some reason. Okay, is the antique shop going to be the best option for Suzanne's mother? It's going a little bit in a circle. Is the pawn shop going to give Suzanne's mom the best price on her jewelry? And I got a yes. Is the jewelry shop going to give Suzanne's mom the best price on her jewelry? And only because they're retail and it's different. And when you it's just different. I feel antiques or pawn. Now the antiques was like, but I would, I mean, you can always get a second opinion, but I think pawn shops, if you know a reputable one, they go by the weight and the quality, and they have more, not more, but I don't know. They have a reputation to hold. The antique shop. And the antique shop, if they're actual antiques or if they're just what do you call that? Vintage, or, like they it may be a little different. Um will the antique shop be better than the pawn shop? Will the antique no. Will the pawn shop be better than the antique shop? It's a yes, but it's not. Is does it matter which one? And it's almost like I would try different ones. Like it depends on the reputation, and like you don't want to go to a pawn shop that it doesn't have a sign outside and is in a dark alley. You want to go to a good pawn shop.
Right.
You, Mark.
Yeah. And then a antique shop or a jewelry shop, they're going to want to resell it. Well, so is the pawn shop. So they're all going to bid it so they can make a profit. I'm kind of getting none of those to get the most. I almost feel like there's some kind of online thing you can do, like
eBay.
Yeah, or something like that, where you just sell it. Like you research it, find out what the going price would be, and put it up. Or like there's that Facebook Marketplace or eBay, something like that. I'm feeling like you might end up making more money that way because you don't have to pay. There's not that other person involved. Another seller.
You may need to get a certificate of authentication or like a grade on the diamonds. I know that people will give you estimates. If you show them the diamond, they'll take the diamond out. And I don't even know if they have like a serial number on them back then.
And I feel like my logical brain, I thought, oh yeah, just go to the pawn shop. But then Spirit was like, so it feels like you might end up making more money if it's sort of you go off on your own and do it. It's just between you and a person who wants it, like that. You can see.
Thank you, Mark. That was interesting. Thank you, Suzanne, for your question. And I hope everything works out to the highest good for your mama. And next is Hampton. And after Hampton is Tracy Yu. So Tracy Yu, will you please say hello? And Hampton, go ahead and say hello. But I thought this was really interesting.
Yeah.
They request a read of Comet or UFO 3I Atlas, recently entered our solar system. Is it a spaceship from beyond, or possibly the Blue Kachina prophecy? Any thoughts? So what I've heard or read or understand about it is that they're calling it a comet, but because it's coming from outside of our solar system, they don't have that's just a theory. And so there's other people who are saying that it could be like a little bit more than that. And
because if it is a comet, it's not acting like any other comet that they've ever seen ever. So it doesn't act anyway like normal. And it also seems like it might be generating its own light from the inside. And I keep following this. This is really, I was going to do a solo reading on this, and I still might, when I'm quiet alone at home, because it's been on my mind. I keep seeing little updates on YouTube every day about it. So I'm very curious, but I haven't looked into it yet. I've just been, you know, keened in a little bit. I almost want to lean towards beings. Go ahead, sweetie.
I do feel it has material from another world, and it may like be a link, a missing link. But I feel as though it does have material. Now, is it sentient beings with a consciousness? But I do feel as though it has material and or organic material that is from like another star system. But I'm is it's not the humanoid ETs. I do feel as though it's a organic matter that is coming in, and it is here for a reason to help shake up things. Is what I hear. Is this organic matter? Is this a humanoid on this? No. Is this organic matter coming from another like solar system? Yes. Is this a sentient being? This sentient, it's not exactly what we think of. Is this organic matter meant to fortify or improve our solar system? Our yeah, there's something about it that's going to change the frequency or the energetic balance of our own solar system. It's almost like a necessary, it's like medicine. They're going to give us a little bit of medicine to help things along. But it's our solar system, so that is curious. Will this become part of our solar system? No. Will this open up a pathway for other? Yeah, it's almost like it's a pathway. It'll open up a pathway for others to come in through this same way. Oh my gosh, look how fast that's going. I feel like it's almost like a precursor or a pathway or a you know,
Yeah, like heralding something else, maybe. Like,
something else is going to follow. So look, Mark, I'm going to take down the question, you guys. Okay, it's about the three-eye atlas, but you have your dowsing rods. I
right.
can't get mine to work.
Oh, you can't? Sometimes they go a little crazy. So a lot of times I say, settle down first, and then let's do it. Because the energy go, "Woo." Like, one of the questions I was asking is there a consciousness behind this object? Yes. Because I get the feeling it's been sent or set out. Like, it's not just a rock. It's, it feels like it was purposely put on this path. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. So, is it a comet? Is it a comet? No. So when they go back like that, that's a no for me. They cross forward is a yes. So that was no. Will we? Is it? Is there something else behind it? Is there something else behind it? Yes. Are there beings on this, or did they just wait? Are there beings on this? Are there beings like people, energies? Says no. Um, but was it like programmed or sent by intelligent beings? Programmed or sent to the earth? Yes. So I don't know. I think it might be made to look kind of like a comet, and it might be organic material, made from it or something. But I get that it's, somebody sent it. I pulled these cards before to that. Like they sent it out. Um, I do almost feel like it's a precursor, or what is that? Like a little satellite that goes out first or something. Like they're picking up information ahead of time with this thing. There's a word for that, but I can't think of it. It's like in the army when you send out a reconnaissance or something
A
like that.
scout?
Yeah, like
scout?
Scout. That's great. Wait. It feels like that. So I don't know. I think something's in communication with it, or I don't even know how that could be. I was going to ask one more question. Um, will we um, find out more about it? What humans are on the Earth in October, because it's supposed to be here in October. Yes. Well, every day it does something new. Like today, it changed colors. It was red, now it's green. The color that's
So,
coming.
Mark, will you ask if it's trying to communicate with us or if we will receive communication from this?
Is it sending out? Is it trying to communicate with us, with Earth? Well, that was an awful slow yes.
Is
So,
it a, is it
I,
a form of communication?
yeah, like, is it meant for us to see it? Are we supposed to see it? And, you know, yes. So I think that communicating in that we realize it's not just a rock.
Is it
Uh,
coming from the other side of the sun? I
let me
don't
see.
know. They said a different galaxy.
Yeah, like
Wow.
all of a sudden it appeared. Oh, One Bright Feather, you haven't heard of this? Well, look on YouTube. It's everywhere. Every day there's a new update.
Yeah, Three
Uh,
Eye Atlas.
yeah, it just rolls right off the tongue. I don't know where they got that name, but what
So is
does it come from another universe?
ask if it's anything to do with the Blue Katina prophecy.
Oh yeah, does it? Is this related to the Blue Kachina prophecy, or does the Blue Kachina prophecy reference this? Are they connected? Says yes about that too. Now I don't know that prophecy. I'd have to look it up. Uh, there's something weird, you know. I I don't know. It's really hard for me to say it's just a regular old comet. I don't. Something's up with it. Hmm.
I do feel as though it's carrying something on board. So I feel as though it is a craft or a transportation device that is carrying either information, light codes, um, energy, some sort of, changing of our awareness and, you know, um, y- raising the vibration. I don't know. Um,
Well, you know how we send out satellites or whatever, and they're not manned. It feels like something like that. It's not. Maybe there's not a person flying in it, but it's still controlled or programmed or something. It's also interesting because it's doing very close flybys of all the planets in our solar system. So it's going really close to each one, like Mars, Jupiter, um, and which is interesting, including Earth. And it's not acting the way other space objects act when they go through. So I don't know. It's very, very interesting to me. I can't quite. I wouldn't be surprised if something else comes in, some other thing behind it, like
yep.
you know,
It Yeah, it's like
like
carving a path for something else.
like
It won't be the last one.
preparing the
And
way or something.
but we have to open our minds because with the limitations that we have here on Earth is just not the case in other areas of the
No,
universe.
and
So
they've
next
been
is
saying forever that they're going to make an appearance. I know we've been reading on that for some while that ETs of some sort are going to make like a showing. So I don't know. Is this part of that? I don't know.
mm,
Could be.
yeah. Yeah. So I have Tracy U is next, and after Tracy U is Michelle Grace. And please say hello. Tracy said hello. So Michelle Grace, and it's a really long name. So Michelle, you know who you are. Just say hello. Tracy Yu says, I had a dream that I was given an envelope with a large amount of cash. Is this money coming to me? Oh, you know what? Do you mind if I say this? Silliger says, is it a probe from another system? That the probe, like the first thing that they send out. And then Christine says, interstellar object ever discovered passed through our solar system. I is interstellar asteroid A
Oh,
S. See, that's how the Atlas,
oh,
that's how they come up with that. Astral terrestrial impact last alert system.
wow, Christine, you're so smart.
I know.
Because I was wondering, how'd they ever come up with that name? Okay, thank you.
Sorry. So let's go back to Tracy and her dream.
Because it's been on my mind. So thank you, guy who brought the question. Okay.
Tracy. So I do feel it has to do with abundance. I do feel it has to do with gratitude. I do feel it has to do with like count your blessings. And I do feel as though something is coming into your life. I don't know that it's actually, well, let me just check with my pendulum. I'm not getting that it's actually cash money. I think it is like a new baby, something of immense value that you will, that'll just bless you for the remainder of your lifetime. Not your new baby, a new baby or something. Like something is going to come into your life that is just going to be such a blessing, and bring abundance of love and awareness. But for you, you equate cash with like a windfall. Or I don't is this actual, let me just ask. So is this dream depict actual cash coming into Tracy? No, I'm so sorry. It's a symbol of something. Is this going to be a new addition to her family? Is this recommend? I'm getting a little bit of a yes. I'm not sure if that's my bias. So is this a signal or a sign or a message of being grateful and having gratitude? Not as much, a little bit, yes. Is this a inheritance that Tracy does not have any idea about? No, that's really still an inheritance. Is Tracy going to be a recipient of a windfall? Like, will she win the lottery? No, definitely saying no. Is this a symbol of something that will bring Tracy much gratitude and appreciation? Is this a friendship or a relationship in the family? No. Is this a material object that will help Christine? Yeah. I'm getting it's something. Is this actual cash? No. Is this to help Christine to practice gratitude? Yeah. I feel like there's something that's coming into your life that will change your perspective and give you the sense of overwhelming appreciation and gratitude for like life itself and for humanity and for nature and for like if there is I'm not saying there is, but let's say there's a hurricane and the people were spared, but the material things were destroyed, that the value that you see and appreciate for the life and for the relationships that were spared is overwhelmingly present in your life. I'm not saying that any of that's going to happen, but it's sort of like that kind of a feeling. How about you, Mark?
Well, I feel like in the dream, it's more about the envelope than the cash. So there's an opportunity coming um, that's like abundance. It helps you out. It might not be actual. We count out the bills, but it helps with the problem that you're looking to, get on top of. Excuse me. I saw her say that she's trying to save her house, and she's struggling with that. So here's these cards that I'll talk about. Yeah, I'm trying to save my house. They were all upside down. So I want to fix this.
Do you need to get something to drink, Mark?
I have it here. I don't know why I'm joking. So I think there's like an answer coming, helpful assistance. If you haven't talked this over with the creator, I would very specifically say, this is what I want, this is what I need. Trying to save my house one way or another. Can you help me get the funds or whatever it is to keep, my home? And I would ask the universe to, work on it with me. So I do think it's like help on the way, or there's this means. Oh, is that what you put on there? Means to get the money or get the assistance you need. So I don't know that you'd find an envelope of money laying on the street. I mean, anything's possible, but it feels more like there's an opportunity somehow to fix this. It might be only because I got the Emperor and Justice. It could be some kind of help that way, like senior assistance or something. There might be some kind of monies or something to help you keep your house and keep the payments. I don't know, something that takes it down or something like that. I know, for example, I don't have a house payment because I own this house, but you have to pay your taxes and everything. And like the yearly taxes were a lot, and who knew? But somehow something told me this number and I called it, and then it took it down in half. But it's not a thing they tell anybody. You have to sort of just figure it out. It's not like, oh, and it was because I was of an age, right? And so when you reach a certain age, you don't have to pay all that much taxes. It goes way down. So there might be something like that that helps you with the money you owe or something. So the bottom line, it's positive, even though I can't really say you're going to find an envelope of money. But it's coming to help you somehow, I feel. So don't give up.
Okay, so Michelle, you are next. Thank you very much, Tracy. You all the best to you. I hope everything turns out in your highest good, and that you save the house, and just oh, it could be like Mark said, a program or an assistant program or another method, and not actual cash. Don't like
But
say
cash, it might as well be cash,
mm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
Like all of a sudden, if your bill's a lot less, that's like having extra cash because you didn't have to spend, you know what I mean? So it could, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I didn't mean to.
No, that's okay. You're fine. Okay, so next is Michelle Grace. Michelle Grace Morrow. And she said, should I move closer to most of my family? Can you just tell us sort of what state that's going to be in so that I can sort of have a focus on the energy there? Michelle Grace Morrow, can you just give us the state?
Should I move closer? Should I stay or should I go?
And Luna Rose, are you still here?
That's a pretty name.
Mm-hmm. So I think it's an option. I feel as though you would be fine, you know, but it's not the be all end all. I feel like there's like family or friends that are like family. Um, but there's something about experiencing this point, this time in your life together. I feel as though you do visit and then you often wonder, well, should I move back here? Should I spend more time together? Um, and I think that as long as you're, it's almost like not a must, but I think that you've been wanting to do this. It's almost like nostalgic, or you have this feeling that that you're needed there. I do feel as though it would be. Let me just see. Would it be in Michelle's highest good? It would work out favorable for you. Is it a must? No. Will she be okay if she doesn't go? You know, it's and this is probably why you're asking me, because you're like, I know that, Jean. I know I'll be fine if I don't go. I know I'll be fine if I go, but what should I do? Oh, I don't know if you can afford two places or like a smaller place back home. I feel like you enjoy your life where you are and your home and your surroundings, and you just don't want to uproot all that. But it's just not the same as being home with your family. So, and we are individuals. We have our own lives to live, our own experience to express, and but I mean, just is it better to move back home? Is it better for Michelle to move back home? It's going in a circle. Is it better for Michelle to stay where she is? And I'm getting a little bit stronger pull to staying where you are, but that it may just be postpone that for now. But it's almost like once you make the decision, if you're disappointed in the decision, you'll do the other thing because it's not really a big change. What say you, Mark?
Yeah. Um, I'm, well, I wouldn't have minded to know kind of like what part of the country for some reason. Because that feels like that has a little something to do with it. Like you might be having this urge to move um, to where your family is, not so much because you just can't wait to be with your family, but that maybe Spirit says, we want you in a different location. It could be something like that. So it's not so much that you need to be with the family. It's okay, but that, they're going to be the same. So by that, I mean, it seems to me that you've always been fairly independent in amongst your family. I feel like you are your own person. Well, if you're an animal communicator, I'm pretty sure you are. And that some of your family doesn't always see eye to eye, with you. Uh, so that'll be about the same as it was when you left there to begin with. So for the most part, the family hasn't had a big makeover or anything. Although there's a couple of people that would really benefit for having you there, that you're closer to. It might even be like a cousin if it's not a sister or something. So yeah, you can go back to the family. Here's the 10 of Pentacles. Get back in there, but you'll still find that you'll want to be on your own or alone a lot of the time. It's not that you're going to want to hang with family constantly. It's nice that they're closer and you can visit and stuff like that. But the you are, you tend to need alone time. And I think that will continue. I do get these two cards, and these are both like moving cards. There's the Chariot and the Six of Swords. But this is that energy that's kind of giving me that maybe Spirit is urging you to change locations. Now, like if you were in the Pacific Northwest, they might be urging you to move out of that area for some reason. So, it just kind of depends on what area you're looking at. So, like Jean, I don't think it's necessary, uh, because of the family, they're going to kind of be the same either way. There'll be benefits of being closer and stuff like that. It feels more like about the geographical location. That's what I'm kind of hearing. Yeah, I don't know why.
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
don't see Michelle Grace Morrow. So
Yeah, and it could be about timing too,
yeah, like
that just not the time, because it's okay if you do and it's okay if you don't. But if you're not like 100%, you may want to revisit it in like, a year or two and not ask again, but feel, is it the right time? Either that, or I could see you getting like either a little apartment or sharing a place with your sister and having like some of your things there that you can visit a little more often, and it's not as demanding for you. So next is Luna Rose, and after Luna Rose is J.M. Wallace. And I see them in your chat, but they're not saying hello. So, guys, if you don't mind saying hello, I would really appreciate it. Luna Rose says, hello. Will my green card renewal next year go smoothly? I'm scared with all the awful things happening and DHS overhaul, awful new rules targeting legal residents. I'm sorry for your distress, Luna Rose. It's unthinkable. Um, and there's many people that are here with their green cards that have renewals that run smoothly. I don't know what your background is. I'm sure it's squeaky clean. Um, they just want to say, make sure you cross all your I's and your T's. Make sure you keep copies of everything, like all those due diligence, um, follow up. But I feel like the renewal is, I see it going favorably for you. You may have to jump through a couple more hoops, or um, be a little more attentive. Like, it may not be the same process. I feel like you've done this several times. Um, and there's thousands of people that renew their green cards every day. Um, but I do see it's going okay for you, but it'll be a little bit more labor intensive, or I feel like something's going to change, that you're going to need to do more or provide more information, something like that, unfortunately. Um, and it's next year. So also, can you just tell me what month next year? But I do see it overall ultimately going well for you. How about
oh, I think by the time it comes up, it's not going to be a problem. Um, there's a lot of fear about it and a lot of misinformation. And of course, the Oompa Loompa wants to scare anybody who has a green card or whatever. But here's the first card that came out for me, which is why I think this. I'm using that Shuffle Tarot, and it's called the Hierophant, but it's interesting because it's also blended with the Temperance Angel. And it came out upside down. But look at this. The Hierophant is frozen, turned to stone. So that makes me think this current administration is going to turn to stone. And then after that, we back to like kind of a Queen of Pentacles and balance. So here we get the Temperance, but it's doing what it's supposed to do, which is balancing two cups, and then prosperity and a feminine influence. This just tells me that the current state of affairs aren't going to last. So it's almost going to be frozen in place and then turned around. That's what I hear and think. So I'm thinking by the time we get to your time next year, things will be more smooth than they are right now.
Yeah, all the best to you, Miss Luna Rose.
So much
And
papers and things like Gene was saying, new like paperwork, but I don't think you'll lose your green card. Yeah.
no, no, ultimately it'll turn out okay for you. And JM Wallace says hello. Good. Thank you, JM Wallace. So JM Wallace says work has been chaotic this year. What happens going forward? And will I even be there?
At the work, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sometimes misery loves company, but JM, I think it's been pretty chaotic kind of all over the United States. A lot of businesses are going through chaos because they don't quite know what to do. Um, the stupid tariffs are, they don't know how to work around them and they keep changing it. It's just a constant every day. You don't know what's going on. So it's thrown a lot of businesses into chaos. So it's not unique to the one you work at. So is that chaos going to calm down? Is what we'd like to know. And will you still have a job? Okay.
So it's a energetic thing as well. I feel like it's almost like I can't think of what it's like they want to grab it all. They want to grab it and hold on to more things. There may be um like there's no more what I'm trying to it's like respect of the seniority. There's no more respect of seniority. And I feel like everybody's just grabbing what they can and doing what they want and not really following. It's not even rules. It's like processes or expected behaviors or I don't know what you would call that, normal protocols or industry norms. Like there's something about people's behavior and um, their lack of respect for each other and for the process. It's like instead of working together as a team, they're all working independently, and it's causing a lot of chaos. Um, so, and being selfish, like what can I get? What's best for me? Who can I rip off? Not rip off, but who can I push my work on or you know um, unfortunately, I do see you still there next year. But I feel like there's a little bit of a reorganization coming up because I don't think they can sustain, and I think that people can feel it. There, I feel like there's a reorganization coming up, and that you are still going to be there because they need you as a key point, and you're like the calm in the storm, and it's almost like things that are around you or don't directly affect you. You can feel it, you can see it, but it's not really. It's almost like you're in HR and all the operations are going crazy. Like if you were working at a restaurant, you would be the payroll person, not the person working in the restaurant in any capacity. You know what I mean? Like you're the support team to the company. So I think the company may be going through something and the operations may be going through something. Is JM Wallace going to be at the job again by next year? I'm getting a yes, and I know that it's hard for you to go through. Will this eventually turn out to be a change in the restructuring? Will there be it looks like, yeah, there's going to be a restructuring. It's almost like, how they say all the truths are going to come out and all the corruption or all the misbehavior isn't going to be tolerated anymore. It's almost like things are turning upside down, inside out. And whatever the whatever was acceptable at one point in time is no longer, and nobody knows sort of what to do. I do see a restructuring, and they may, I don't know about being bought out, but you're going to be fine. You're going to still be there. It's going to be hard for you to watch. A change would be helpful. Yuck out, good stay. Hmm. Obviously, ultimately, it's up to you. What say you, Mark?
Yeah, some of this chaos will lead to that outcome because even though a lot, like I said before, the company, a lot of the businesses and everything going through kind of hell, they don't know what to do. And it's traumatic and chaotic. But after it settles, it's like a lot of them will choose different ways to move forward. So, they might get rid of the yuck and bring in some good like that. It will and cause them to make some changes moving forward. That's better, even though it's kind of chaotically. It comes from this weird chaos energy.
Yeah, she's
So,
saying more personnel is chaotic, not necessarily the business itself.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
like that. So this, I'm going to say, is temporary, even though it's been going on now for a while. But so these are both upside down. So here we are looking at what's happening. It's just chaotic. Everybody's all over the place. It's that. This is mixed with swords, but it's the cups, the illusion and delusion card, but it has swords. So it's also mental illusion and delusion. Confusion. We can't get it together. It's all wonky. But we're moving back into strength, justice, and because this justice card is mixed with strength. But in the end, the chaos will make things better. So it's going to move out of this. There'll be some justice that steps in, and then that old chaotic energy dies. So this is the death card, but look what's riding in on death. In this one, it's the sun. So it's got death and the sun mixed. So yeah, it's the end of the chaos, but what comes in on it at the tail end? It's new energy, a bright new beginning, a new start. So things get better afterwards, believe it or not. And then there's this true sense of temperance. Now, but because this temperance, it's the hangman and the temperance mixed, but it's a new perspective too going forward. So it does make changes, and everybody makes some new changes for the better after this kind of chaotic energy. Now, in the meantime, yeah, it's hard to be calm. I got you. So you're going to love this card. In the meantime, stay calm. I love that came up right before I was going to stay calm. So here's the Four of Wands, and it's mixed with the Four of Swords. But, keep your faith, your energy strong. That's part of what we have to do here as light workers, what I'm going to call you guys. Try to keep your energy, your faith strong as you are able. Just meditate, get quiet, hang around the house, be patient, because this too will pass. So in some ways, a lot of us are being asked to do this energy. We stay grounded, we stay focused on a positive outcome, and we're not supposed to be doing a lot. We're not out and about participating more than we need to in the chaotic energy. It's best for us just to kind of stay to ourselves in that a little bit. We talked about this before, that on some level, for some of us, we're here as observers on some part, watching it, and not supposed to be messing in it as much as others. So it's this kind of energy. You keep your energy strong at home. You can't change the world, but you can change your world, right? You can make your world safe, secure, joyful, no matter what's going on out there. So they want you to try to keep your calm and your cool and trust in the universe. There you go. That's for all of
Thank
them.
you so much, Mark. So, I said that if there was time, we might get a little message. I don't know if you feeling up to that or if you want to take one more. What's better for you, Mark?
Um, well, he's been trying to give messages throughout the readings, kind of.
Okay.
So we
Yeah.
can do one more reading if you want to.
Okay. So, and Jan Wallace says, I love my job. Thank you both so much.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to lose your job.
No. Mm-mm. And I was, but it's, it's hard to watch for sure. So, is Michelle Veilleux, Veilleux here? Is Michelle Veilleux? Are you still here? With this late in the game, I'm going to wait for them to say yes.
Did you get a question from Tawny N. Rowe?
I don't have it.
Okay.
There's a lot that may have slipped by. Just see. Here she is. Here she is. I knew she was here. Michelle's here. Thank you so much, Michelle. I know you're probably doing dishes and had to dry off your hands. All right. So Michelle says, my mother's date of passing happens to be the same date that my grandson was born 15 years later. Is that a coincidence? So, first of all, Michelle, no, it's not a coincidence. And yes, it's a portal for your family. And I feel as though it's almost like an opening. You know how they say life goes on, the circle of life. And when one taketh away, another one, like one door closes, another one opens. And I do feel as though it's that vibration around the astrological signs, whether that is Saturn coming around or if it's, like they say your Saturn return or something, or whatever it is that's in that 15-year cycle that is in your family's sort of energy is what I feel. It has to do with astrological alignment, cosmic alignment, and your family's frequency and vibration. It's not a coincidence, and how lovely that it was on the exact same day. I think that when it's around the same time of year or the same alignment, like it could be even on a different date, but the same alignment, like when the moon is in Virgo and whatever. When the alignment is the same, I feel that brings through, because we have this energy. It doesn't mean that your nephew is carrying any portion of your grandmother's soul or your mother's soul. What it is that it's an indication for your family. Um, it's also a way for you to look at the date in a more positive way. And I just had a family member born in my family, extended family. I have a great niece that was just born on September 11th. And I thought, isn't that going to be nice to look forward to that date? Like have a different meaning around that date. And perhaps this could also be part of it for you there, Michelle. What say you, Mark? He's got a lot to tell you, I can tell.
Well, I think mom, was aware of the baby and everything um, on the other side before it was born, right? And so she knew him. I'm also getting that he's kind of part of the soul family. He's he's a member of this group. She also says you'll notice some aspects of him that remind you of me because we share that astrological thing that Jean was talking about, that we come together. So there's grandma and grandson, and they got those wands, so there's a spiritual connection. We we cross we cross paths. There's a part of me in him. Now that's partly because the same astrological. I know they probably born at different times, but the same energy generally. Um, and she says you might notice stuff if you haven't already that remind him of me. She's talking to you, Michelle, and but also he's a part of the family. He's a part of the soul group anyway. So the family soul group is what I keep getting. So wasn't a coincidence. Um, it's like a thing where you might notice that, you know, here he is, he's a boy and everything, but the way he acts sometimes reminds me of mom, you know, the way she would do. So I feel like she would like to bring that to your attention. You might see a little bit of me in him. Um, and she also, I could see her being on the other side with his spirit and his soul before it came down, like interacting with it on the other side. I don't know how they do that. I don't know what that would be, but like she would already be familiar. I see her helping him or something like that, like going, oh, you're joining the family. And so she had like an inside info on it. So she was working on the other side for this birth. There's the magician, but it's blended with the high priestess. So, you know, hidden, but well aware, and helped work on it, work on the birth. So it's your daughter's son, or maybe it's your son's son that had it. Yeah. Okay.
So Christine says, interesting how dates run in the family, right? Mm-hmm. Even just the numbers. It could be numerology as well.
Yeah.
And Michelle says, no coincidences, just synchronicities.
That's
right? Or Mike, was that Michael? I'm sorry, it was Michael. Sorry. Well, thank you guys. Thank you so very much. And Mr. Mark, thank you so very much. Another amazing connection and collection. We thank each and every one of you for being here, for participating, for all of your feedback, for your patience, for your assistance, and for all of the moderators. We really appreciate each and every one of you. And as Mark mentioned before, he's going to be on again this afternoon at 4 p.m. in just 2 hours. So we need to give him a little rest. And this is his Ask Anything Day. And I love that. I love that he has an Ask Anything Day. It's so much fun. And Mark, we just love all of your shows and all of your deep dives. Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. She says thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I will be back on in just 30 minutes. I'll be back on. I know. I will be on with Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot. We'll be on his channel. So come on over to Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot's channel, and we'll be over there at 2:30 this afternoon. And then by that time, you'll be all ready and primed for Mark.
There you go. You guys are doing readings at 2:30?
We are. Mm-hmm.
That'll be. Yep. Yeah. Well, until next time, I had a great time as always.
Thank you again, Mark. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.